Now, mine is in front of a window. Yours might be, as I saw Sally's, on a little table in the middle of a room. So your own subject and how you set it up will determine what you've got around it and whether you want to include some of that as a sort of simple background. And just remember, you must keep the pencil line really, really light on the page, because otherwise it's very easy to damage the surface of the watercolour paper with the pencil. And also when you come to paint, you don't want to be able to see that line. You want to get rid of it. You may use a pencil to draw the front of your bowl or plate, the top edge, the edge that is at the top, and you can draw the bottom, indicate the bottom edge as well. Just do it very lightly though on the paper. Remember not to press. I've got a perfectly circular shallow bowl with fruit in it. If you've only got a plate, that's fine, use a plate. You may not see very much of the front edge, in which case just draw the edge of the front edge of the plate and nothing else. When you're looking down into something, it does obviously affect how much you see of certain of the edges. Now I'm going to allow you to put a few more marks in, but I would like you to look up and just see what I'm going to show you. So I'm going to hold my pencil so that this end lines up with one side of the bowl, and then I will move my fingers across until they line up with the other side of the bowl. And I'm going to close one eye as I do it and hold my arm out. Hold my arm out straight. Now, for your sake, I've not holding my arm out at the moment, but when you do your own, hold your arm out straight, close one eye, and line up, as I said, this pencil with one side of your bowl, and your other fingers slide down until they match up with the other side of your bowl. What I've got here is what we call the sight size of the width of the bowl. Now, in reality, because my bowl is circular, my mind says, well, the width or the height of the bowl, looking at it from the other side, should really be the same. But of course it isn't, because you're looking at the thing in perspective. So keeping your fingers exactly where they were when you just did that, turn your pencil through 90 degrees, close your eye, and then have your pencil vertical, line up the top of the pencil with the far edge of the plate or bowl, and notice where the front edge comes on your pencil. Now on mine, it's about halfway. Okay, so what I will explain this with this, okay? So if you want to just look at the screen again, what I've done is I've taken a measurement across the bowl, but sight size, not actually holding it up to the bowl in reality. Then I've turned my pencil round and lined up this front where my fingers are with the front edge and the end of the pencil with the back edge of the plate as I can see it from where I'm sitting. And what I've discovered is that the height, that's from the back of the bowl to the front, is half the width in the view that I'm looking at. Now, can you all do that and see what you find out, please? The purpose of doing that is you then establish roughly where your back edge is, okay? So that you know, if I look at this now and I'm going to join this up. I don't want you to do it, but just watch me. If I join up these lines, I notice that this is now more like a rugby ball than a circle. The further below my eye level it actually is. So I will allow you to put in a little bit of that back curve. Don't put in too much and don't put it in heavily. So I wasn't particularly careful about the placing of the bowl of fruit in relationship to the background, and so I've got what looks like 3 different paintings. That's a bit of the garden, that's the paving stones outside the studio window, and this is the table with the fruit on it. So it's like 3 different little paintings. So it is important, before you put a single mark or brush stroke down on a piece of paper, that you consciously decide where you're going to place your main subject. So do give yourself time and allow yourself to consider, have I placed my first few lines or brush marks well on the page?